Now, if I were to describe myself in one word, I would say that I'm a thinker. And that's actually the title. Not the thinker in the sense of Aristotle, where they have beards and they think, oh, what is life? A thinker in a more scientific sense, in the sense that there's a vast amount of knowledge, and I really enjoy gathering that knowledge and breaking it down into the simplest, most form, because I believe that is what is truly beautiful, is conveying a message with the least amount of information. So there's two things that have made me want to be like this, that make me want to think. First one is I've been playing chess since I was 2. Maybe it's because I'm Russian. But what's interesting about chess is that there's 2 players on the black side and the white side, and they come to the table with previous skills and knowledge. And they have to use that knowledge with a set amount of resources, which never change. And the quality of the move doesn't depend on how good your move is. It depends on how you can make the opponent move in response to your move. Now, this sounds a little bit maybe engineering-like and complicated, but if you take it as a person, as a human being, you think about it more as, you see a person, and you think about how do they want to be greeted. You come up to someone and you say, hi, my name is Kevin. And maybe if they're wearing a hijab, you can imagine if they're a Muslim. And maybe they don't want to shake your hand if they're a woman. Maybe if they're French, they're expecting a bisou. Maybe if they're Italian, they're going to bisou from the other side. And if they're French and Italian, then they're going to be confused where to go. So chess really helps you figure out how to think about things. Now, that's kind of the method to my thinking. But the reason to my thinking is because my life is complicated. Not in the sense that there's many difficulties, in the sense that it's really hard to explain. Now, I was introduced as Kevin. Kevin is the name I gave to introduce myself, because it's the simplest way of saying who I am. It's a name I gave myself. My real name is Karen. Karen comes from the Armenian Garen, but my mom, for some reason, thought it would be great to change the first letter and change it to a K. And what that did is every time an American sees my name, they say Karen. So what happens is I'll be sitting in my elementary school as a kid, and I'd be looking at the door, and I'd see the teacher come in, and it's a substitute. I'd be, they come in, they read the attendance, they're like, Chen's out? Okay, yeah. Karen Zona? And I'm like, yeah, right, it's Karen. It's me, yeah. So, and because of these moments, I've tried to make everything simpler. So, I wish that my name was something like maybe Muhammad Ahmed. And I'm from Beirut. I was born and raised on the playground. I used to spend all of my days. And it would have been so simple. However, it's not the case, and we have to deal with the parts that we're dealt. So, I use this to simplify my story. And this is my story. So, I was born in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1992. My mom wanted me not to go to the army, and that's part of the reason why I've globetrotted for such a long time without staying in a single place. No, I'm not a spy, as many people ask me. But when I was 2, I went with her to America and stayed there until about 4. When I was 4, I went back to Russia and then straight to Cyprus, which all of you know where it is. I don't have to explain that, that's new. So I studied elementary school there, no particular reason. Then around the age, grade 1 through 3, I was in Bahrain, a small island in the Persian Gulf. And there I studied in a Christian British school where I learned how to speak in a strange way with the British people. And if I had stayed there for my entire life, I would have spoken like this properly. But no, after that, I went to Egypt, to CAC, if any of you know it, yeah, maybe, which is a high school and elementary school. And I lived there for about a year, and this is where I gained my American accent, slowly. Everyone was disappointed, my mom was sad. Then after that, we finally went to America for a long duration of time, 4 years. It was the longest I ever stayed in a single country. And so there, I studied in elementary school. And we tried to immigrate, but because American immigration is very difficult, as some of you may know, we failed. And we chose the lesser of 2 evils. We immigrated to Canada, a very welcoming country. I would recommend it to all of you, as a Canadian myself. I got my Canadian citizenship around age, I think, 14. I stayed in Canada from grade 8 to grade 9, 8 to grade 11, after which I went back to Egypt because my mom got a job at AUC. Now, after finishing grade 12, I went straight to AUC and I studied there for a semester as a mechanical engineer. After that semester, yeah, engineering. I was an engineer. But after that, just before Tahrir Square, my mom got a new job in UNESCO, and I went there and I studied in Paris. After 1 year of studying in Paris, I didn't really like the university that much. My mom got a job in AB, working in the business school. Some of you may know her, Marina Afaidi. And I'm here. I'm a computer science major, and this is my life.